Alright guys, let's hope this is a crappie. I seen 4 fish traveling. I'm in an area that I haven't been in this year. I'm trying to get away from fishing the same place all the time, guys. Somebody asked me today where I was fishing. Yeah, it's a crappie. I thought it was a decent crappie. Man. Yeah, it's a crappie. There you go, guys. That's a nice one. That's a nice crappie. I thought maybe it was bass. These people in this boat, pontoon boat, asked me where's the best thing to use where to fish. And I said, I just got here. Actually, guys, this is the second cast. Now, Sid, you and I was talking about this the other day. Sid got a livescope. How did the livescope help me? These guys here are just fishing. I don't think they even have a trolling motor, guys. These guys are bass fishing. There's boats everywhere today. I pulled in here and made a circle. I started right there, and I made a circle, and I seen these fish out here. There's 4 of them. I stopped, got set up, put my camera on, threw at them, bam. All right, guys, I showed them to them. They asked me what I was fishing. Well, I told them I was fishing for crappie, so I showed it to him. He said it was a nice one. It is. He said they've been out here all day so far. Since early this morning, they hadn't caught a fish. I've been here less than 5 minutes. Now, that's what I was talking about the live scope. They're expensive. You're around $3,000, guys. I know it. I sold a gun and a couple other trailer. Yeah, I can't just walk in the store and do that either. I sold a trailer, a box trailer I wasn't using. That's what I do. I get rid of some stuff I'm not using when I want something. And I don't hunt no more, so I get rid of a couple guns. I just kept a couple. But it saves you some time. Say, I start looking around before I start to fish and try to find some fish. This time of year, pre-spawn. Well, I hadn't even looked at the water temperature. It doesn't matter. I know it's pre-spawn. Pre-spawn from now till the end of April. This is in March, guys. They will run open water, your bigger fish. He was on the bottom, but they will run open water. The other fish, the smaller fish, are scattered in schools, kicking around. Not very big schools. Some of them are 20, 25. I haven't seen any schools today. All right. So this is what you do in pre-spawn. I'm in a new area. You go somewhere off of a creek. Start looking in deeper water. I'm toward the back of the creek, but I'm still in 12 foot of water. All right, guys. I didn't see this fish. I seen a rough spot on the bottom back there behind the boat, so I don't know what it's going to be. I'm shaking the head like a crappie. I just seen there's like a rough spot right on the bottom. I thought, I wonder what that is. I couldn't tell if it was a few crappie on the bottom. It's a big white perch. All right. Like I say, when I see something I don't know what it is, I throw at it. And y'all heard me talking about catching some big white perch every now and then? I get a hold of him. Hold on. I don't want to grab my line. I've done that too many times and the jig come out of their mouth. That's a nice white perch. And you catch a nice one once in a while. Maybe that's what I seen back there. He's probably 11 and a half. All right. Decent white perch, isn't it? I know some people love to have him to eat. They claim that they're great eating. I've never kept one to eat. Maybe I need to sometimes, but y'all know I don't keep crappie very often, do I? Man, I hope this is as big as he acts like he is. And guys, it's been a while. Y'all can see I moved. I was up there, in front of y'all there, and I made a little circle here. Oh, he's a decent one. Made a little circle here, and I'm seeing fish. I probably have thrown it 10 since this one, and the other ones didn't pay attention to me. A couple of them would follow me a little ways, you know, and they'd turn and go back, or they'd come up and smack at it, but they really didn't take it. This one was like 4 together, and usually that's good because that's competition. And when the bait come past him, he rolled up and grabbed it. Now I switched jig heads, guys. I went to one with a little bit bigger hook, if y'all noticed that or not. Well, I can tell you that, because somebody's going to say, is that the same head? No, it's not. Same color, still orange. He's about the same size, guys. He's about 12 and a quarter. I think he's 12 and 3/16. This is got a nasty hook in it. Lamar sent me these last year, and I told you this before, I love them for open water. Now, people have commented about this nasty hook, that it breaks off. It won't break off on its own. But if you get it hung up in a fish and you get a pair of pliers and you twist on it and you bend it, then yes, it can break off. Once you bend it in that nasty bend it has, you weaken it. And isn't that with any hook, right? You take any hook, I don't care if it's a round bend, and if you open it all the way up or bend it to the left or the right, you have weakened it some, right? But that nasty hook, since it's got that turn, it's easy to bend it right there. And that's why a lot of people say, oh, I don't like them because they break. They will break once you bend it. You got to watch them. And I have bent them a couple times and got by with it. This school was still a couple here. I don't know if I can get one of them to, they're moving. See, they're moving. I had to throw that in front of them. All right, guys, I switched baits on you. Now I'm still throwing Bream color, but I switched body. He's a nice one. I thought they was gonna be small. They was right on the bottom. I've been sitting in the same place. I just pulled up about 15, 20 feet because I seen he's way out in front of me. It's still a nice fish. He's probably right at 12. I don't think he's 12, y'all. All right. All right, the hook went all the way through right here. This is one of my hooks, jigs off the site. Now the other what I was using earlier is one of mine too, but that big orange one I threw there a while ago was Lamar gave me. All right, that's a nice fish, guys. You know, I ain't caught nothing but decent fish today. That tickles me. I'm seeing a lot of small fish, but they ain't paying any attention to me. He tore up my bait too. I'm throwing a cricket, guys. That was just a cricket in the Bream color. Yeah, I thought, well, let's try. Now, you know, I got a chartreuse head too. And it's been used. This is the same chartreuse head that's been through about 10 videos now. Yeah, it's the same one. I told y'all the last video I've been using. Look at the hook. Hook's got a crook in it. That's because I done bent it with the pliers. That's why I'm telling y'all, bent them up, the pliers. Sooner or later, they're going to break. This has been bent. I took the pliers and put it back in shape before I started with it. It was bent so bad. But hey, I'm going to keep on using it. I will finally lose it, but I'm throwing it in open water. So when I start fishing treetops and docks this summer, guys, I've lost 6 or 8, maybe 10 jigs a day on boat docks. Boat docks will eat you up. Like you go watch my videos, you can't see the braces. This thing will not show some of those braces that's waterlogged. I don't know why it does not. Now here's what I'm saying. I got this other camera set up. When I cut it on, nothing happens. See that long mark right here? Right there? There's one right there. That's what I'm throwing. That's stuff like that. All right, guys, I'm going to catch a couple more in this video. I got a Tweety bird rigged up too. I'd like to catch one on that in the Bream color. I think the Bream color, again, is working because they can see it, guys. And it's got enough flake in it that the little bit of light that's penetrating that water, they can see it. When this thing got close to them, I can see it getting close to these fish, they come after it. All right, guys, I got one hooked on the Tweety bird. There's 4 of them out there fooling around. I think it's going to be a crappie. Act like crappie. They were stopped for a second, gave me a chance to throw at them. I thought them. They were moving to my left, and the boat's moving some too. Y'all can see the wind's blowing. When I got here, the wind was blowing from this direction, from the rear of the boat. And as I've been fishing, it's done changed directions now. Now it's blowing the complete opposite. And it's supposed to be very windy tomorrow. That's a nice fish too. Wasn't expecting him to be that big. Didn't look that big. I'm gonna throw back over there. But I'm still in the same area, guys. I just haven't moved. Like I caught the last one, I was back about the boat length. I'm just moving very slowly. Every once in a while, I'll pull up a little bit. They're very hard to spot. Like I showed you, they're on the bottom. My line just, no it didn't. There it is. I thought my line done broke right there in his mouth. He's right at 12. He's probably 11 and 7/8. All right, this is the Tweety bird. See the little tails? Told you I was gonna throw the Tweety bird at him one time. Just using a couple different colors in Bream. Like I said, the video is not really about the Bream color. That's a bonus that the Bream color is working in this nasty water. But it's, what do you do to find pre-spawn fish? Where do you go? And so I'm way back, here's the back of the cove. I'm still in 11, 12 foot of water. There's one right there. See him way out there? That's what I'm throwing at, stuff like that. And they're coming in here, pre-spawn, just roaming around. They're enjoying the warm water. Y'all notice I took my shirt off? Yeah, it's supposed to be 70 today. Warmest day we've had this year. And I think it got there. Sometimes they say that, guys, and it doesn't make it. They said 60 the last time I was out, and I never took my coat off. Well, it's warm today. And plus, I've been sitting here out of the wind a little bit now. And y'all can see the water's with me. Some wind hit me. But if it wasn't for this bank right here, it'd be worse. I'm in behind this bank because the wind's coming down this hollow, down this cove, which is a hollow. Before water was in it, right? I'm from the mountains, guys. We have small hills, mountains, and hollows. All right. Even some places is called. We used to hunt at a place called Possum Trot Hollow. Yep. There's something right here at 30 feet. Let me throw at him. All right, folks. Got another one. I moved from the spot I was because of the wind, and the wind ain't much better here as y'all can see. You might be even hear it in my camera. I got a microphone on, which really helps. That's the smallest fish I've caught all day right there. All right. Hey guys, guess you know what? I told y'all I was gonna switch body shapes, and I did. I switched down there before I moved. Yeah, he's probably 9 inches. All right, this is the stinger. Okay, that's the stinger, and I cut a little bit of it off right there, guys, so it fits against the head better right there, against my jig head better. See that? Just cut like a quarter of an inch off. All right, guys, I don't know how much of that y'all got. after I had to fish the depth finder. I'm really messed up today, guys. The camera cut off. I've worked a lot of hours this week. Today's Friday. I worked first night to 6, one night to 10 o'clock at night, next night to 7 o'clock. Yeah. So I worked today to lunchtime. I took and cut just a little piece of that stinger off, look, right in front of the eyeball right there. And the reason I done that, if I noticed I was using a stinger on that last fish, I actually caught a couple fish on the stinger. Y'all not gonna see all of them. I'm gonna show y'all all the fish. All right, see there? Fits up against that head good. I do the same thing with the fluke, okay? But that was on the stinger. I started off with the tadpole, but this video wasn't about the color of the bait. That's a bonus. That's free. It was about fishing stained water and pre-spawn. When your water's stained, it's pre-spawn, even if your water's clear on your lake. Where do you go for pre-spawn? All right, right here I'm sitting at the mouth of a cove. This is the creek channel right here, coming right here. Okay, it makes a turn right here. I'm in the mouth of a cove right here now, and I'm in 16 foot of water. I've caught a couple right here. What they're doing is they're running around the mouth of this cove right here, and they'll go back out in the channel. And if you get a cold night, they can slide back out here. It's 20 foot out here. They can go back out in a little deeper water if they want to. All right. And what they'll finally do, there'll be a time that they'll break off of this channel and they will go on back in this cove and set up on brush, boat docks, and spawn, okay? But the water's 56 degrees. It ain't gonna happen until the water gets around 60, something like that, maybe 62. They'll make a decision, and I mean stable 62, not 62 one day and 58 the next day. As the water gets up and starts getting stable and the weather gets a little bit better. And of course, the full moon thing, I don't know. People talk about that, they spawn on the full moon. I'm not a biologist, but I know when the water gets warm enough, they're going to move back here in these coves, and they're going to get on trash, limbs in the water, stumps, and they're going to spawn. And they'll stay back there, guys, for about 2 weeks. Then they'll come right back out. This area will be good again right here, and then they'll move to boat houses and brush piles, stuff that's in 8 to 12 foot of water. Okay. All right, guys. Appreciate you. Fishing Lake Country. Hope this helps you. Pre-spawn, crappie fishing the edge of the channel, the back of creeks, the mouth of coves. All right, and water was stained, so I was using the Bream color. That's just a bonus. All right, had an orange head on one and chartreuse on the other, but I used different bodies in the Bream color. We have the juniors in Bream. We have crickets in Bream right now. Okay, the full-size tadpole I was using and this stinger I just made up one day when I was shooting them. I just want to shot those molds. I want to see how they do. I would put them on the channel, but I don't think they would sell. I got a couple colors right now that are not selling, and I said this before. I'm going to delete some of those colors this year that are not selling. I got 28 colors. There's no use for me trying to keep up to 28 colors if they're not selling. The one color that's sitting there a lot, I sell a bag here and there. I don't mean I'm not selling any of them. I'm only selling a bag once in a while. The colors that are selling, constantly I got to remake, those are the colors that I'm going to be stocked the site with. All right, guys, my name is Dennis. We'll see you next time. Fishing Lake Country.